guys, Essentials here. For today's video, I'm going to be working on the area in my living room where I plan to have my TV. As you can see, I have a fireplace that I worked on and a Kiro cabinet that I also DIY'd, and both of these DIY videos are going to be down in the description box below. I also made the vase, and that DIY is also going to be in the description box below. I started by using masking tape to give me an idea on where the TV is going to be and how the design that I'm making is going to be around it. But first, I'm going to have to do something to my fireplace so that it doesn't look bare and alone. So what I did was to add wood on top and by the sides. I'll be covering the bottom and the back as well. All I'm doing is just making some sort of extension on the fireplace, and this is going to make it flow with the overall design. I got more wood, and this one has been cut in such a way that I can cut out just this portion here for the switch. I painted the inside white because I'm trying to make sure that I don't spend too much money here. I'm going to measure out where exactly I want the design to be. So I'm using masking tape to cover up where I won't be needing. Now, when I was done with that, I took it out and I spray painted it silver. And then I'm going to be covering it with Mod Podge and using crushed mirror glass on it. When I was done, I let it dry for some hours before adding another layer of Mod Podge to it. It is not as rough anymore because of the extra Mod Podge layer that I applied on it. Now, those white patches that you see here indicate areas that are not fully dry. So after some hours, they're gonna go away. When I was done, I brought it in and I glued on mirrors to the open sides. I covered the rough edges with mirror mosaic tiles. I need my board to be extended out just a bit because of the lighting, so I'll be using this thick PVC and mounting it on a wall before I then attach the wood to it. At the bottom of the mirrors that I had glued to the board, I used faux mirrors there because of the shelvings that I'll be attaching to the board later. I like to add something more interesting to this entertainment center that I'm working on, so I'm going to be making a lighted shadow box. And I'm also going to be using the thick PVC that I got from Home Depot. I'm going to cut it down to size, and then when I have all my pieces, I'm going to be making the shadow box. I didn't want to use glass for this because of where I'm going to be putting it. So instead of glass, I'll be using this poster frame that I got from Michael's, and it was on sale for $15. I was really excited about that because these are usually expensive. So I took everything all out and removed the acrylic sheet that's inside, and I cut it to size. And the pieces is what I'm going to be using for my shadow box, and I'll be making 2 shadow boxes. Unfortunately, the acrylic sheet that I'm using is not long enough, but I'm just going to use it that way. Now I'm going to be drilling holes first through the sheet and into the PVC so that I don't crack the sheet. I'm leaving the back because this is going to be mounted like a photo frame. I'm going to be installing LED lights, and this will add to the lighting effect that I will have on the entertainment center. Every once in a while, I prefer to add tape to hold down the LED strips, just to make sure that they don't sag over time. I'll be gluing on this decorative onlay that I got online, and the link for this is going to be down in the description box below. The LED lighting that I installed uses a remote to make it easy to turn the lights on and off. I kept that aside, and then I used plastic corrugated board to attach a wallpaper that I got to it. I joined them previously before attaching the wallpaper to make it easy for me to just cut it as a whole piece when I'm done, rather than doing two. So this method really saved me a lot of time. Now when I was done, I cut it into the two pieces, and I'm gonna have one installed under the TV and one above the TV. I'll be using tack nails to attach them to the wall, and then these are going to be the backgrounds for the shadow boxes. These are going to be the backgrounds for the shadow boxes. I mounted the shadow boxes like I'm mounting a photo frame to make it easy for me to take it out when I need to have access to the TV wire. Another good thing I like about this is that it hides the wires at the back. The remaining wall is going to be covered with wallpaper. Because I live in a rental, I'll have to use boards and cut them to size, attach them together before covering them up with the wallpaper. And then after that, I'll be attaching it to the wall with tack nails. For this rented apartment that I'm in, the ceiling is extremely high, so even with the ladder that I have, I had to really stretch. But I had it all done, and I'm happy about that. Moving on, the next thing I'll do is use PV lattices, cover them with mirror reflective papers, and use them as borders. I'll be covering the open space in the middle with a laminated board. It's also called a marker board. Now these are the shelves that I'll be using, and the link for all these shelves are going to be down in the description box below. When I was done, I cleaned up all the mirrors and then took another really long LED strip and attached it to the back of the board. The opening for the switch was rough, so I covered it up neatly. It's time for the fun part, adding the accessories. I put candles in there, and don't worry, these are not real candles. The fire is fake and it's operated with the remote. I added some plants to my design. Here are some more interesting pieces that I got from the store. This is going to be up here, reflecting from the mirror. The provision besides the fireplace will be with vases, and I put lights under there. Now the fireplace that used to be all alone now has a lot of company. This was such an interesting project for me, and I hope you all enjoy this video. Now don't forget to like it and share it with your friends and families as well. Thank you all so much for watching. I have other home decor DIY videos that are linked in the description box below to check them out. And don't forget to click on the subscribe button.